Sam Endicott's got a couple of dollars lying around. The singer for the Bravery's great granddad.
Those sunbeams. Not sure what I can do about it.
Sam turning 44 today, it's believed.
So this is my hat. Sorry about the sunbeams. Can't really adjust the camera. No, that's as good as it's gonna be. Shit, rocks. That was a rock hitting my car. I'm behind a semi. I have not uploaded the first video from the time that I recorded it to now. Just decided, why not do another one? This is the orange hat I was talking about. I'm probably gonna wear it every time I do a vlog. It just seems pretty cool. It seems like a good trademark for me. Like I said, haven't really uploaded it, haven't really gotten any comments, so this little guy is still on my shoulder. I got him all adjusted and everything. He seems perfectly happy. I'm gonna try to just go with this, and it might be a little bit more of a natural vlog this time. Practice editing with this one, see how it goes. If my phone runs out of space, then I'm kind of screwed. I'll just kind of put a closing at the end of this. So if I run out of space, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, and in editing I will create like a little ending video and be like, sorry, I ran out of space. We'll see how that goes. On my way home from my dad's now. Had a good visit, stayed for 2 days really. It was nice. I had a rough time yesterday. Wanted to cry, didn't. I ended up deciding 2 things. I decided I wanted to play Risk with my family, which was fun, and I decided to go to Amy's Ice Cream, which we don't have in Dallas. It is an Austin-only ice cream parlor, and they used to have my favorite mix ever. It's called the Cookie Monster. The Cookie Monster is Oreos, chocolate chip cookie dough, and granola. Not granola. Is it granola? Not granola. Whatever it's called. You know those cookies that, like, the Honey Grams. It's Oreos, chocolate chip cookie dough, and Honey Grams, I think, in Mexican vanilla ice cream. It is delicious. It has also been years since the person who created the Cookie Monster worked at Amy's Ice Cream, so nobody had any idea what I was talking about. But they made it anyway. That was nice. Actually, Breyers came out with a mix of Oreo and cookie dough in their ice cream, and then Bluebell responded to that by making the same one. They call it Cookie Two-Step. Oh my god, Cookie Two-Step is like my favorite ice cream now. I prefer Breyers. I honestly like Breyers better than Bluebell, but it's good. It doesn't matter which you buy. It's good. It's my favorite. So yeah, played Risk with my family. Took over like all of South America, all of North America, all of Africa, and then my sister had Asia and Australia, and she just came in and wiped me out, and my empire was destroyed. I was driven back to Madagascar, and then that was just the end. That was the end of me. They never finished the game. That's kind of how it turns out in Risk when you're playing on an actual board. It gets really long when you get down to the last 2 people. But it was fun. Other than that, what else did we do? We played Mario Kart. I got to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the first time. I loved that too. I like playing as King Boo. He's my favorite. Yeah, just kind of a casual weekend. Hung out, played games together, went out places together. It was nice. So, little guys got along all right. There are cats there, and this one liked to pester the cats. But one of them would stand her ground instead of running away, and he had no idea what to do. Got his butt kicked. Learned better. Got in trouble for it. Yeah, I did punish them. I don't let them torment the cats. I tried to get them to get along with them. For the most part, they did. It's just he wanted to play, and they didn't. And he's an idiot. He's not... I love him. He's not the brightest dog. But that's okay. Kind of worried that he might have vision problems because he kept barking at people that he had just met, and he'd have to run up and smell them, and once he sniffed them, he was okay. But It's like he didn't recognize me. So I'm gonna have to get that checked out. Just a long drive on a single highway all the way to Dallas. That's really what it is. So all I get to do is sit here and either talk to you or shuffle through radio stations. I mean, we live in the age of technology. I could listen to SoundCloud or YouTube or Pandora. Eventually, you reach a point where you don't get good service and you can't stream videos. So I've been honestly just chilling at my dad's. Tried to write my daily stories. I'm really stuck trying to work on a strange request at a piano bar. That is my writing prompt, which is fine, except that I'm trying to think of what the strange request would be. I have the entire rest of the story worked out, but the song, I'm stuck on the song and I'm obsessing over, okay, what can the person request? And, I need to just cram it out, just do it. I do this. I get focused on a single detail and I get stuck obsessing over it for days, and I will give no progress in my books, no progress in my stories. It's a bad habit. There should statements. I want to find a way around that. There we go. I thought of a way not to use should. I want to find a solution so that when, and I will say when, I become a professional writer and when my main source of income is my manuscripts, I'm not getting stuck doing nothing for days. I want to figure out a solution to that sort of writer's block because I get obsessive and I'll walk away and I'll come back and just all of the things they tell you, like step away for a little bit and come back to it and you'll think of something, go listen to music, go do that. Sometimes it's just hard. Sometimes you're doing all of the things and going through all of the motions and you just can't think of an answer to this problem in a book. So storytelling is interesting. One of my favorite quotes of all time is by Peter David in Writing Comic Books and Graphic Novels with Peter David. It's a great book. I've lost it again because I'm constantly carrying it around with me and showing it to people. And I will quote it often, and it is like my Bible when it comes to writing. But what it comes down to is Peter David explains, and I will paraphrase because I don't remember it verbatim, but Peter David says in his introduction, it's hard to explain that one doesn't decide to become a writer and then go scavenging around for ideas. One becomes a writer because, and I quote double negatives, you can't not be a writer. The ideas are already inside your head, begging to get out. It's just the way your mind is wired. And that's true. That's something that I've identified with all of my life. So I will have ideas that'll just pop in my head, and they just want to come out. I want to write them. I can't not write these ideas down. I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could choose not to, but it's my passion. It's something I love to do. But even with that said, that's not to say writer's block doesn't happen. And even though I will say until the day I die that the ideas just come to me and I couldn't turn them off if I wanted to, that doesn't mean that refining them isn't difficult. Writing is not easy. You can have a great story. You can have this guy is betrayed by his brother and he goes out and learns the secret art of the magic sword and comes back and fights his brother off and wins his kingdom and falls in love while he's doing it. Okay, that's a story. Now put it into 500 words. Put it into 50,000 words. That's usually, I think 50,000 is pretty much your goal. NaNoWriMo, National November Writing Month. That is the goal that you set for yourself. It's something that you choose to participate in. You don't have to. It's just this free thing that's fun to do. And the personal reward is you finish a manuscript. But do that story that I just described in 50,000 words. That becomes a challenge. You can have all of the elements together. You can have all of the ideas. You can know what you want your story to be and where you want it to go. there will come times when getting it there is difficult. And anyone that tells you that they have never had writer's block and that writing is the easiest thing on the planet and it's just a cash grab, they're lying to you. They're selling something. And some people, I've picked up some books on writing that some people are like, it's all about the money. But good writers, in my personal opinion, the best writers, it's not. It's a challenge. You struggle. You climb your way up from the bottom to become a writer. And I'm still not out of the bottom. I haven't made a single dime on my creative writing. One day I will, because I am determined, because I will not give up. And that is my passion, and that is my life. I will publish a book if it kills me. But it's not easy. I've been writing my superhero story since I was 12 years old, and it is not published. It is, I have a manuscript that I can put into one book, but at the same time, I want it to be a comic book, and I do not have the skills to draw it. And even then, it took me 8 years to get that manuscript to a point that I liked it. Now, part of the problem is that as you become a better writer, you grow. I started writing when I was 12, and I am now 24. So obviously, my view of the world has grown, my maturity has changed, and my skills have become refined. But that also presents the problem of you'll go back and look at some of your older stuff and want to redo all of it. And that's good, and that's bad. It's good because if you're writing crap and you need to fix it, then you need to fix it. It's bad because once you get to a point that your stories are good, your manuscripts are good, and people like them, but it's not good enough for you, it will never be good enough for you. I can't speak for all writers, but I speak for most of the ones I know when I say we are perfectionists. And if you let that control you, if you let any of your anxiety control you, you'll never complete anything. If you want the kitchen to be 100% clean 100% of the time, you will never leave the kitchen. If you want your book to be as good as it can possibly be, it will never become a book. It will forever remain a manuscript, which means unpublished. Book is usually a term reserved for something that's published. A manuscript is something you send in to get published. But yeah, perfectionism is one of your biggest enemies in writing, because I could spend the next 50 years trying to make the perfect novel, or I could spend the next 2 years writing something that's good and that everybody will like. And it's the one time that good enough might be an appropriate statement. Not always. You still want to push your stuff. You still want to make the best thing you possibly can. But writing is a challenge. And part of that challenge is yourself. And part of that challenge is selling it to someone else. And you have to find the middle ground. You have to make it good enough that it'll sell. But you also have to not get caught up in making it perfect. Because if you don't make it good enough, you'll never publish it. But if it's never good enough for you, you're never going to submit it to be published. So writing isn't just easy money. Writing is another job. It is a passion. It is an art. Just like everything. You have to strive for it, and you have to want it. You have to work for it. Feels weird saying have to. It still feels weird saying have to, because I'm going to IOP, and have tos and should statements and need tos and all of those. Those aren't, I've talked about that before. But I think I will put like a should statement counter in these videos, just because. Anyway, so I've covered about 20 minutes just talking about writing. I guess I could technically cut these down, and at this point, this could be a 20-minute video talking about writing. I think I'm gonna actually do that. So for now, I don't know if I'm going to hit stop on the record because I'm driving, but I'm gonna put a close into this, and I'm going to start back up and continue talking. And I'm just gonna try that format, and I'll cut these up into 20-minute blocks. So, yeah, I've talked a lot about writing today, and I'm telling you guys, it is a passion of mine. I'm gonna try to get a few more of these out. I've got a long way before I get home, so I've got 4 hours. I might not get 4 hours of content, but I'll at least make maybe 2 more of these. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna edit it down so it won't be exactly 20 minutes, but on my camera it's saying 20 minutes. Yeah, you guys, you stay safe out there. You'll probably get 1 of these a day, and I'll start working on this like an actual thing, and we'll see where it goes. Drive safe, be safe, and have a wonderful time. And you guys, just tune in tomorrow. There will be another one. See ya.